Today on Play to Win, after last week's upset, all eyes are now on the Dogs today. Will they bounce back? Plus, it's the third Saturday in October. We'll take a look at the unbeaten quarterback in New Orleans. It's all that and more on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, player medical and injury reports with Dr. Sadiq Al-Amin, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning, Atlanta. Thank you for tuning in for another week of Play to Win. Jeffrey the Edge Schechter is out today, but luckily my buddy from Saturday Down South, Chris Marler, keeping his seat warm.
I know, it's good to be back,
He's
guys.
a comedian, too. Got us in trouble last time. They said we, they said we was clowning too much on the set with Chris, acting up. Chris had us acting a fool when you was gone.
Well, the fun police is back in the chair over here. Bob Whitfield, Terrence Mathis, and Chuck Smith. We're all here to talk about what I consider to be one of the sadder things, which is that 20-17 loss that Georgia just suffered against an unranked South Carolina. What can Georgia do to bounce back against Kentucky?
Got to be ready.
Well,
Kirby made a statement that the guys weren't ready. And, you know, one of the things that when you're the team that's being hunted, you got to understand that you have a responsibility. You got to be ready every week.
They have to have a dominant victory.
A decisive win.
Got to be decisive. It can't even be close.
Well, last week I was over here talking about Jake Fromm for Heisman.
Oh, no, we all ate
Why did I
Fromm.
miss that?
I was all up on it. I was like, this is a signature game. He can come out and show what he has. I think he has to do the same thing. Jake Fromm for Heisman this week against
Do the
Kentucky.
same thing.
Not the same thing.
No.
No, 300-yard passing,
But
no
being
interceptions.
ready, that ultimately falls back on Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
That team not being ready, they've sleptwalked through the first half of mostly every game they played this season. That ultimately falls on Kirby Smart.
4 turnovers. Can anybody survive a 4-turnover game?
Florida did the week before.
And they could have. They're still 20-17, and your best kicker, the best kicker in the country,
Yeah.
I think, missed the kick.
Yeah, that
Man,
happened.
nobody can. You get 4 turnovers, you're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The team that, you know, usually, you know, wins in the turnover battle usually wins. And that's what happened. South Carolina won. They got the turnovers. That set the tempo for them.
Speaking of missed kicks, Falcons and Rams, what do the Falcons need to do? Can they do anything to win this game?
I'm going to let y'all take this one.
They can. They really can. If they can package up the second half and make it into 4 quarters, they can win the game. What the Falcons, all they do is play up-tempo offense. It seems like they're interested when they're playing up-tempo offense. When they're not playing up-tempo offense, don't look like the kids want to be on the field.
I think they got to get the right personnel in place because one of the things that I saw early, the Falcons gave up a couple early timeouts. You saw 10 guys on the field. You saw 12. There were guys running off the field. Number one, if you can't get the personnel set up correctly, you're going to have a hard time, number one, competing.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't put it all on the kicker. It should have never been that close to begin with. We have a birthday in the house. Bob Whitfield,
Thank you.
21.
Yes,
Look at this gorgeous cake. The Chattahoochee
How
Tech
about that?
Culinary
Shade for a
Department
birthday,
made
too.
for you.
That's
That
my
is
dude.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That is a
gorgeous-
Chocolate boy wonder.
Chocolate boy wonder.
That is a serious knife, by the way. That is a.
I don't know if we should have that on set.
Goes well with your skin.
Watch out now.
If this guy acts up, I'm going
He
to poke
is
him.
from LA. He is from LA.
To put that, guys, stick with us. We're going to eat some cake and get rid of that knife. Still to come, our guys will break down the problems on offense for the Dogs. Can they be fixed? But next, we'll take a look at the SEC and tell you which games you should keep an eye on. Up next on Football's Play to Win.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's pound 946.
Whether it's time to get to work or to your weekend, make sure it's all quality time. Get to Nissan Truck Month and save big on a J.D. Power award-winning truck, including Titan, best in quality, and Frontier, best in dependability. both with the tech you want and the quality you need. Hurry in to Nissan Truck Month today. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months, and for a limited time, get the Midnight Edition package at no extra charge.
Oh, I'm glad you found it.
Oh, we were just happy to get some time away.
You're the first couple to try our new bed and breakfast bundle. It's bed and breakfast in the same room. You wake up to the smell of coffee and bacon, made by a private chef, right there.
So we're sleeping in the kitchen.
Well, I'm sure you'll write it better than that for the review.
Stuck in a bad bundle? Get a great one. Bundle AT&T Fiber and DirecTV and get a $100 reward card. Limited availability may not be in your area. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,500 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers.
Welcome back to Play to Win. A lot of interesting games going on today. Let's take a look around the SEC. Some notable matchups.
Yeah, I like that last one. The Vols gonna get them a big upset. You know about that? Vols, don't y'all believe? Y'all don't believe?
Been about 12 years. 12 years.
I believe what you believe.
Throw that out there.
I hope we just, have a respectable game. Get out of there.
Kelly Bryant got Missouri in top 25, so they should have a good victory at Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, the last ranked offense and the last ranked defense in the SEC. That's going to be a bloodbath.
But it's a good school.
That is, you know what? That's a good point. They got good baseball and good academics. There's that.
Yeah, Florida, South Carolina will be a good one. South Carolina coming off the big win, and Florida coming off that track meet with LSU. That's going to be an interesting game right there.
Yeah, so we've got some pretty good matchups today. And of course, we've got our college football showdown of the week.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Michigan at Penn State. Why? Everybody always says this is the most important game to Michigan. They've been saying that about Iowa, Wisconsin.
We was laughing at that. Michigan.
Well, listen, nobody else was going to get excited about that matchup. I had to do something.
Oh, I like it. I'm going to tell you, people are sleeping on Penn State. I mean, this Penn State team, they're ferocious on defense. I like what they're doing right now at Penn State. This is a team that, in the end, they're going to have a chance to have a say about being in that Final Four.
I agree with that. I think they're one of the most underrated teams in the Big Ten. I mean, you have all that power in the Big Ten, minus Wisconsin, is over in the East Division. And this is a team that has, I think that's a 34-point differential in margin of victory every single game, giving up 8 points a game. That's
fantastic.
And I like Jim Harbaugh, who's really trying to have some signature wins because, Michigan hasn't proven to be what he wants that team to be.
Oh, they've proven to be something.
Every game is a significant win for Michigan, and then every week is significant for Michigan.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they're always talking about, well, this is a job-defining thing for Michigan, but it is not for Harbaugh because pretty much he signed a lifetime contract with Michigan, so he's going to be there for a while, so he's just riding.
Yeah, they're going to bring back Brady Hoke. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like the most important thing about this game is that it's the next game.
Yeah. Les Miles wants that job. That's what Les Miles wants that job.
Everybody wants to get out of Kansas, so.
Well, Chris, why don't you give us Jeffrey's pick since he's not with us today?
So, I can't speak for Jeffrey, but he has Michigan covering the 8.5-point spread. 8.5 is a lot of points. I mean, it's darn near double digits there. I will say this. Jim Harbaugh has been nothing but underwhelming since he's been at Michigan. That's a team that is 0-7 as an underdog on the road. They are 1-9 versus top 10 teams. I don't like it. I don't think they're going to cover. I got Penn State winning.
Tell the truth, why don't you?
Jeffrey's not here to argue with you guys. When we return, it's time for the Dog Report. Find out where things went wrong on offense and how they're going to fix it. And later, we'll try to bring some positivity to the Falcons fans as we continue on football's Play to Win.
Whether it's time to get to work or to your weekend, make sure it's all quality time. Get to Nissan Truck Month and save big on a J.D. Power award-winning truck, including Titan, best in quality, and Frontier, best in dependability. Both with the tech you want and the quality you need. Hurry in to Nissan Truck Month today. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months, and for a limited time, get the Midnight Edition package at no extra charge.
Come into Longhorn Steakhouse for steakhouse cuts, like our one-of-a-kind 14-ounce Delmonico. Expertly crafted, fire-grilled, seasoned just right. With a steak this impressive, you won't think you're in a steak house. You'll think you're in a steak mansion. Hurry in for Longhorn Steakhouse Cuts, the mouth-watering New York strip, always popular Flo's Filet, and the limited-time 14-ounce Delmonico. That's how steak is done. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
The new sporty GLC.
Come on, we're so late. Hey.
It fights traffic.
There's no parking. I told you. Oh, a spot.
We'll never fit. It fights tension.
Seriously? Did you take my phone?
Passenger light on. It even fights fighting. Innovation that keeps people together. The 2020 GLC. Lease the GLC 300 SUV for just $449 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
On the tailgate with the new Georgia Bulldogs Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every dog's tailgate with chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. Dogs dig the new Georgia Bulldogs Big Bow Box. Bojangles. It's bow time, y'all.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow ya.
Welcome back. It's time for the Dog Report. A lot to talk about when it comes to Georgia, Kentucky. What's it going to take to bounce back? And specifically speaking, Georgia's offense. What do they need to look to do today?
I mean, you got to come out early. You got to come out early, and you got to establish the runs. The defense is going to do its job. The defense did its job last week, and Kentucky is one of the worst offensive teams in the SEC, and they're completely one-dimensional. So the defense will be fine. The offense has to come out there and establish the run early.
I want to see more creativity with the offense because, I mean, you throw the ball 54 times on offense. It was so basic. I need to see Swift. Let me tell you what I want to see. I want to see some Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I want to see some Ohio State.
Get the ball downfield.
And I hate to say this, I want to see some Justin Fields creativity. I mean, you know, the kind of spread stuff that they're doing really, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, in games that Jake Fromm has had to throw the ball 30 or more times, they are 0-5. Get the ball downfield. Open it up a little bit.
I don't need to see all that. It can be very plain Jane vanilla for Georgia. I like the fact that Fromm threw a lot. I didn't like the interceptions. But I do want to mix a run and pass, but you can throw it 30 times, you can run it 30 times. You can have 60, 70 plays on offense because you're Georgia. You're dominant in the SEC.
Well, they got away from what they do best is run the football. If that prototypical pro-offensive line that we've talked about over the weeks, and you're not running the football and creating opportunities and play action, you're going to lose football games like
Coming
that.
from a guy that ran the run and shoot offense.
Chris, take us to Jeffrey's pick. How does he see the game?
Okay, so I agree with Jeffrey on this one. I like this. Okay, now listen, Lynn Bowden is one of the most underrated players in all of America, not just in the SEC. He's receiver, quarterback at Kentucky. But 6 of Georgia's last 9 wins against the SEC have been by 25 or more points. So I like them to cover the spread. I like Georgia to win at home.
So you saying they ain't playing nobody?
The SEC East, SEC least, man, every year.
All right, guys, that's what our experts say. Now it's time for you to be the expert on our Ippolito's You Be the Expert contest. This season, be sure to visit our website, playingtowin.tv, and take a shot to be #1 against all the competition by picking this week's college and NFL winners against the spread. We'll be giving away Ippolito's $100 and $50 gift certificates to each week's first and second place winners. So make sure you come back every week and prove your football IQ by being the best at predicting this week's college and NFL games. Ippolito's, a great neighborhood Italian restaurant. All right, guys, after the break, the Saints sit atop the NFC South. But how long can Teddy Bridgewater's magic last? Find out next on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers, Moe's Southwest Grill, and the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute.
Okay, you're thinking if you buy a used car, you'll save money. Well, yes, but you'll also get guaranteed quality. Well, watch this. Every certified vehicle must pass a comprehensive 160-point quality assurance inspection. Only the best make it up front. Like this 17 certified Corolla, 0 down and only $149 a month. Or this 17 certified Tacoma, 0 down plus 1% financing. 7-year, 100,000-mile coverage, and you get to buy from a friend. Beaver Toyota of Cumming, we're here to wow you.
This is it. Real food for real people. This is it. Barbecue and Seafood announces our leaner, meatier, delicious new St. Louis style ribs. They're marinated, seasoned, and smoked to delicious perfection. Get your half slab today. Delicious sides, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, sweet potato souffle, and a homemade dessert. Strawberry shortcake, banana pudding, and peach cobbler with that extra crust. Order online at thisisitbbq.com. St. Louis style ribs.
Whether it's time to get to work or to your weekend, make sure it's all quality time. Get to Nissan Truck Month and save big on a J.D. Power award-winning truck, including Titan, best in quality, and Frontier, best in dependability. Both with the tech you want and the quality you need. Hurry in to Nissan Truck Month today. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months, and for a limited time, get the Midnight Edition package at no extra charge.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back to Play to Win. Well, I think it's safe to say the NFC South is looking a little different than we had predicted up at the top of the season. Let's take a look here. New Orleans right there at the top.
I think that's a surprise because Teddy Bridgewater has held it down for Drew Brees, but I think the biggest surprise is Carolina. I mean, doing a lot of damage at 4-2. I mean, when you look at what Carolina's doing, you know, it's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, most touches out of anybody that's that small, getting the ball that many times. Phenomenal job by Christian McCaffrey.
But you look at the Falcons right now, they, after their bye week, they have nothing but division foes. They still in this thing. They just got to play to win.
What about Teddy Bridgewater? Do we think he can keep it up? I mean, he's obviously a nice guy, too. Did you see him apologizing after last week's win of Jacksonville?
Well, I definitely think he can keep it up, Nikki. Let me tell you why he has a defense. Right now, they're one of the top defenses in the National Football League. They have Alvin Kamara on offense that can, he's already a jitterbug, lightning in the bottle, ready to go. I think Teddy's fine. I think the defense is going to carry him. Remember, the last 2 years, Drew Brees hadn't been actually just killing it. This offense has been, protected by a great defense.
And I like Teddy, just because he manages the game well. And he's the highest paid backup quarterback. So Sean Payton had some love for him, and he decided not to go to another team, to stay with that organization. So that's the kind of unity and kind of team building that really makes for a good team, good players, and look at the success.
Teddy is interviewing very well right now. He's interviewing very well. If Drew decides to hang up, he'd stay there. But if anybody else wants him, he's going to make a whole lot of money somewhere else.
And Terrence, while we are on the subject of positivity, I'm going to give this one to you. Is there any ray of hope for the Falcons? You just said that they're still in it. When it comes to this Rams game, is there some positivity to be had here?
They still have all division foes in front of them, and they win out, they have a chance. Now, how do they do that? They got to play up-tempo offensively. You know, what they did in the second half. And the defense will be fine. You talk about the back end of that defense not being able to cover, or the front end is not getting any pressure. So if they do those things, they have an opportunity.
And Jared Goff, he had a horrible game last week, so the Rams are not coming off that strong. And this is the game that the Falcons can really start the momentum back in their favor.
Well, when you look at the offense, I love the running game. Devontae Freeman stepped up. That was a big part of the Falcons' success last week on offense.
Well, Bob, I think it's time for you to read Jeffrey's pick for the game.
Let's see it.
See if you agree or disagree.
Oh, Jeffrey, he didn't hit his head again. LA Rams, give him the 3, and he's got him picked over Atlanta. I don't agree. I'm going with the home squad, Atlanta Falcons. That's Bob's version, but Jeffrey's going with the Rams.
And we're going to be at home. We'll have the nice home
Falcons
field.
win this week.
Falcons win this week?
Falcons going to win this week. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to play a little bit better down the stretch than people think they will. I think they're going to maybe go on a roll.
Falcons win this week?
They win this week. Rams struggling right now.
All right.
They're trying to find their get their identity back. Not find their identity, but get it back.
Atlanta, you better be there tomorrow, Mercedes-Benz. When we come back, it's Dr. Elamine. We'll check in with his player injury report. Stay with us on Play to Win.
Chevy's the only brand
to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards
across cars,
trucks,
and SUVs.
4 years in a row.
Since more than 32,000 real people
took the survey that decided these awards.
It was only right that you hear the good news from real people
like us.
Get over $3,750 below MSRP on this Colorado. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,000 cash allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
When your psoriasis is bad, it can be hard to see what's possible. But the possibilities become clear with Taltz, the first and only treatment of its kind offering a chance at 100% clear skin. With Taltz, up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. See the possibilities. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
We live with AT&T, and we are well past the honeymoon phase.
Occupado, Tom.
AT&T, what's this I hear about you advertising a 100% fiber network?
Only like a fraction of my customers can get that.
That's it?
You have such a glass half empty attitude.
The glass is more than half empty.
You need to relax, Tom.
Oh.
You need a little Tom time. You know, a little TT.
Stop living with AT&T. Switch to Xfinity today and ask about download speed up to 400 megabits per second or even faster up to 1 gig.
This is Annie. And this is Annie paying back her friend for the tickets with Zelle before the previews start. And this is Annie getting ready to enjoy the show. This is your right here, right now bank. This is Wells Fargo.
Today's player, medical, and injury report is being brought to you by the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute.
Welcome back to Play to Win. It's now time to walk through some of these injuries around the NFL with Dr. Elamine, the man in the know.
Well, that's right. Well, let's talk about Amari Cooper. That's right. The Dallas Cowboys wide receiver. He basically has a quad injury. This is going to affect him this week. If he does play, he's going to be really slow. You won't really see him going down the field, catching these long passes from Prescott, so he's going to be really hurt. I think
that's
so.
some trouble for Dally, for sure.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley, again, as we know, Todd Gurley continues to get hurt. He hurt his quad, his hamstring, and his leg. We know last year he had knee injuries. He really is. So I'm really concerned about him. If he plays this week, he didn't play last week. He should play this week, but he's definitely this is going to affect his running ability.
Tight end Will Dissly.
That's right. He tore his Achilles tendon, so that tight end from the Seattle Seahawks. So he is going to be out for the season. Great guy. That's really going to hurt the Seattle Seahawks.
That's tough. Same thing with Keanu Neal, right?
He exactly from the Atlanta Falcons. That's right. Yeah. He actually tore his Achilles as well, so he's out. And then we also got DJ Fluker, right? DJ the Warrior. That's the Seattle Seahawks. Offensive line guy. Notice last week they had a lot of problems. Wilson was running out of pockets. He's out with a hamstring injury, but he is a tough guy. I know him personally.
They don't call him the Warrior for nothing.
That's right. So he is going to play this weekend, but that's going to affect his ability to really block Wilson. So we're worried about that.
Well, a speedy recovery to all those guys. Thank you so much, Dr. E, for taking us around the NFL for our NFL player medical report. Guys, when we come back, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Our lightning round. We'll have those picks coming up for you next on Play to Win.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
Three words: liquid white gold. Dive into our queso today.
Whether it's time to get to work or to your weekend, make sure it's all quality time. Get to Nissan Truck Month and save big on a J.D. Power award-winning truck, including Titan, best in quality, and Frontier, best in dependability. Both with the tech you want and the quality you need. Hurry in to Nissan Truck Month today. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months. And for a limited time, get the Midnight Edition package at no extra charge.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they did, they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Queso makes everything better. Yeah! Even steak. Dive into our new steak and queso today.
Today's lightning round is being brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in today.
Welcome back to Play to Win. This is the tastiest our set has ever looked. This is the lightning round, but more importantly, we have our friends from Moe's in the house today. John Gilliam, VP of Operations, and he brought us a gift here. John, tell us a little bit about Moe's.
First,
welcome to Moe's!
All right, Moe's started in Atlanta 20 years ago. We have 700 stores nationwide. Our headquarters are also here in Atlanta, our hometown, and we're continuing to grow every year. And we serve the best burritos.
I think that you are correct on that, and we all love things that are born and raised in Atlanta. That's me. Tell us a little bit about what you brought today. What's up here?
So today we catered our taco and our fajita bar, chicken and steak. We love coming here, setting it up, catering for all occasions. We even cater weddings.
So wait a second, this isn't an exception you guys made for us. You guys at Moe's do this for anybody that's got, say, a tailgate going on. I mean, obviously football seasons, a lot of tailgates. Nobody wants to set something like this up. You do it?
We set it up, we deliver it, of course. We don't clean it up. We'll clean it up for you here today. And we also have a buffalo chicken burrito that we're catering for tailgate.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, you come in here and you feed me, I will do the cleaning just this once. Tell everybody where they need to go to order their Moe's catering.
Let's go to moes.com/catering and order online, or just call your local Moe's and we'll get it set up for you.
And they'll say, welcome to Moe's.
Yes.
Well, also welcome to the lightning round. We've got Jeffrey the Ed Schechter's picks. He's not with us today, so Bob, take us through Jeffrey's picks. We can't even argue with him.
Yeah, don't be a chicken here. Just put a little guacamole, a little sour cream, and go with Virginia. Oregon versus Washington. He's going with Oregon. Texas A&M, Mississippi. Bad pick by Jeffrey, but he's going with Mississippi plus 6.5. Now for the pros. Minnesota has a pick'em game, and what I'm gonna pick is the chicken with a little bit of beans and rice, but okay, go with Minnesota. Houston and Indianapolis +1. Deshaun Watson will lead them to victory. Go with Houston. And San Francisco will cover the 10 and beat the lonely Washington, who's trying to get the first pick of the draft.
Sounds like you also got a side of corn. Good job there, Bob.
Corn.
Guys, thanks for sticking with us again on another week of Play to Win, and thank you again so much to our friends over at Moe's. We will see you all next week, 9 a.m. Fox 5 on Play to Win.
Today's show has been brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill, the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, and your Atlanta Nissan dealers.